you and shall come to thee, O Israel. O God, thou road of death, set free thy man from Satan's
say something about you talking about those old songs. I was watching a programme that said they used to
arranged by Ralph Vaughan Williams, as are many of the traditional tunes in our book. So 224.
He who would valiantly guess.
Wonderful. Excellent. Okay. Just get me notes. I can't remember where I'm going now. I'm going to move on now to the 1700s, when, of course, dissenters ceased to be criminals and locked away, and there are a number of independent churches around, Baptist, Reformed, Congregational, all sorts, and they all sang hymns. And who was writing the hymns for them? Well, it was the hymn writers who are now well known to us, because these are the hymns that have very much survived. Charles Wesley, Isaac Watts, John Newton. These are the big names from the 1700s who wrote hymns, who have survived the period. What I've done is I've picked three hymns, one of each of those, if you'd like to sing them each. And I've tried to, in most cases, to pick a tune that relates to the period. So let's start with John Newton. Well, John Newton's a colourful figure. I think many of you will know he had an early life as a slave trader, shipping slaves backwards and forwards to the Americas. Later in life he was converted. He became a minister in the Church of England, and of course wrote many famous hymns. I could, of course, have picked one really famous hymn, which you may not have realised was by John Newton. It goes. Yeah, glorious things that they are spoken, which I think is a glorious hymn. But I think in the context we really have to do Amazing Grace, don't we? And that is number 31.
Please don't sing in an American accent.
Okay, the Isaac Watts one I was going to do was number 320. By, well, I don't know.
I know the tune, but it's not the normal one, I don't think.
Just play the first. It's the one in Mission Praise. I'll give that by defence. Also, it was actually written in about 1800, so it does sort of almost go back to the right period, whereas most of the other tunes.
That's Neil, you could just play it once.
I'll play it through once. I've just come up with a new tune. What do you think of it? What do you think it's saying to you? And it went like this. And she says, that says to me, blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. And lo and behold, the hymn got written. And I think that's probably worth us having a go at. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, that's number 59 in your books.
Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of living Lord.
And this is really my era, because at that time I was, as Helen will no doubt tell you, in charge of the music at a church in Nottingham, and we were in the middle of this development. This was the Graham Kendrick, John Wimber, David Fellingham, Phil Rogers, Dave Bilborough, any other names that come off from that era. A lot of them around, and
Noel someone or other. Noel someone or other.
Noel Tredinnick. Yes. Now, some of these songwriters, most of them came from a pop or a rock background, and so that's the sort of music they were good at. But actually, not a lot of the music turned out to be either pop or rock. Well, one or two did. I don't know how many of you remember this one. Those of you that were around at that time. Yeah, a few others. And I shall ask you to sing one of those.
We arise!
But I think you will be able to sing 376. And because I can't get any faster than that.
I think it's because it was a speed up.
Jesus put this song into our hearts. Jesus put this song into our hearts. It's a song of joy no one can take away. Jesus put this song into our hearts. Jesus taught us how to live in harmony. Jesus taught us how to live in harmony. Different places, He made us one. Jesus taught us how to live in harmony. The good gifts around us are safe from hand above. And thank the Lord for all His love. Still our refuge, take it to the Lord in prayer. Do thy friends despise forsake thee? Take it to the Lord in prayer. In His arms He'll take and shield thee. Thou wilt find the solace there.
Yeah, it might not be very popular, but they're really a